Hello, guys. Good evening. I wish you a very happy new year and a prosperous one also. May this 2025 bring in a lot of success, a lot of happiness in your lives, and you achieve all the great heights, all the pink of health, all of this year in 2025 and beyond. So, as we have already entered this year of 2025, it is 1st of January as of today. So, I'll be just touching base a few of the things in general that we can keep in mind for this year of 2025 and further on as well, right? Now, it would be very generalized kind of a video, which I would be talking about a few of the things that we can keep in mind, not from the market perspective this time, but in general, right? Because everyone might belong to different fields, like someone from finance, someone from marketing, someone from a non-academic field also, right? So a few of the things that we can keep in mind is in this year of 2025 and beyond, and I'll be trying to touch base upon the same. The first thing I would suggest in focus upon skill building. Be it you belong to any of the fields. If you belong to the field of finance or marketing, HR, operations, or non-academic, or be it any of the field, be it sports, be it the field of fashion or Bollywood, anything you are into or you plan to build into, focus towards the concept of skill building. Focus towards building the utmost best skill into that particular domain. What exactly you can learn, whether you guys can go for paid courses or free content, because you have different platforms and different gurus and different trainers who tend to teach you for different domains, for different skill sets that might be relevant in your business in terms of public speaking, in terms of a specific job profile or a sport, right? So focus towards skill building, genuine skill building and actual skill building. So that is one thing. Spend specific amount of time or reasonable amount of time or desirable amount of time into building up that specific skill. Learn that specific skill, have that knowledge or have that conceptual understanding of that particular domain to the crux. Build your base very strong. Don't try to rectify stuff, right? Be it you are doing your MBA or a CFA or a BCom or a BBA, do each and everything with utmost respect and utmost honor. Try to understand each and every concept. For example, if you want to build up a career into the field of marketing, do not ignore the subjects of finance completely. If you want to build up a career into finance, do not ignore the field of marketing directly. Have a conceptual understanding of different fields and different dynamics that shall really help you out in your career, be it a business, be it a specific job profile. So focus towards skill building, pick up the right platform, right guru, right, who will train you to the best, and have the practical implementation of the same, because practical implementation will make you much more confident. So skill building is something that we need to spend considerable or desirable amount of time. It might take up your sleep, right? But you need to balance. And also, it doesn't mean that if you have got a job, you are earning well. If you have a business or if you are into any of the particular fields, the time to learn, the time to upskill yourself has gone. The biggest skill in the current market is continuous upskilling. I'll repeat this point. The biggest skill in the current market is continuous upskilling. If you want to remain relevant in this dynamic competitive world, you need to upskill yourself in the best possible domain. So upskill yourself, learn to the best from the best trainers and understand things conceptually. Time lagana padega. हो सकता है like you might get less time to sleep, you might get less time to party, but the amount of effort that you will spend as of now will build up your long-term career very strong. Now, here I do not mean not to party, not to enjoy. Do that as well, but to a limited extent. You guys should know that limit, right? So, upskilling is the best skill to remain relevant in the near future. And that skill might be different as per your different educational background, right? Second thing which I will focus upon is focus towards your health, your time management, and work-life balance. It doesn't mean that if your job timings are 9 to 5 or 9 to 6, you have to remain in office every day till 6 p.m. If your work is over early, you guys can plan to leave by 5 or 4:30 p.m. And it's not always mandatory to stay in the office till 7 p.m. till 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. just to impress your bosses कि हम लेट तक बैठे हैं, हम काम ज्यादा करेंगे. You always need to set the expectations correct. Setting the expectation correct will not hamper your increments, your promotion, your career growth. But if you set the wrong expectations, you burn out, right? Again, that will hamper your current work, your work environment, your increments, your job result, your job satisfaction, and ultimate your career growth. So always set the expectations correct, right? On a very harsh deadline or something very crucial, it is mandatory, it is compulsory to be in the office after 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., or whatsoever your timings might be. Like some people tend to work in the US shift from 2 to 12 a.m., from 2 p.m. to 12 a.m., or 2 p.m. to 11 p.m., right? So depending upon your work shift, you should know when to extend your hours and when to not. What is priority and what is not priority. Because when everything is urgent, nothing is urgent, right? So you need to set the expectations correct. Along with that, giving your best at the work in which you are doing it currently. That doesn't mean that if you're focusing towards work-life balance or time management, you will leave your current roles or current responsibilities which have been imposed on you by your seniors, your bosses, your management unfulfilled. You have to fulfill that in a time-bound manner. You have to deliver everything correctly on time and set the expectations very correct. Third thing is, like, which is almost linked to the first and second point, is maintain your health. And that will come with the work-life balance and time management. There are many people in the ages of early 20s or 30s suffering heart attacks. And that is due to acute pressure, acute work pressure that they take, anxiety issues, बहुत stress में रहते हैं कि deadline meet नहीं हुई तो क्या होगा, अगर boss ने ये बोल दिया तो क्या होगा. Do regular exercise. Be in the pink of health. Do yoga. It is not always compulsory to go for gym. If my friend is going for gym, he's doing bodybuilding, have six pack, eight pack, it might not suit you. You might be comfortable playing sports. You might be comfortable doing yoga. So what suits your body in the long term without any extra supplements, extra protein powders, extra capsules. What makes you happy, what makes you anxiety free, strength in pink of health, whether gym, whether running, jogging, whether playing a sport, do that. Or yoga per se, right? That will make you much more healthier and reduce stress and make you much more focused in your work. The next point I will stress upon is choose the right influencer. Because nowadays in the market, many of the people are talking about kya? Ki we can that just join a Telegram group, join a WhatsApp community, and will make you rich. There's always a difference between being rich and wealthy. Rich might be short term, wealthy is long term. A person who is wealthy, he has experience, he has known the story. When you know the story, you tend to become wealthy. But if not, you might be rich. You want to become wealthy and not rich, right? So that is something many of these guys, like which are towards these pyramid schemes, or trying to run like multiple courses via the Instagram ads, Facebook ads, LinkedIn ads, tend to get you enticed that they're making crores and crores of profits in the FNO trading. In trading, join a Telegram group. We'll tell you the tips, tricks, and stocks, right? Sometimes they tend to blabber about that we own this house, we have this Lamborghini, my friend lives in that house, right? Like someone comes to that guy and a guy might be driving some Lamborghini. His friend comes into place. The guy lowers his, I will say, like mirror down, and the person asks him that, "What do you do for a living?" He says, "I do this." He shows his phone the graph of trading, right, or some kind of an algorithm of trading in which the stock price is rising continuously, non-stop, and there is no fall. How is this possible? We need to open our eyes and ears in this practical world, in this dynamic world, the people to hug you in the market, right? So which person to learn from and where to go for. So avoid these short-term Telegram groups, these WhatsApp communities who tend to give you these short-term tips and tricks, or these pyramid schemes or network marketing schemes who tend to induce you कि आप हमारे पास आओ, हमारा सेमिनार ज्वाइन करो, हमारा वेबिनार ज्वाइन करो. And once you join that, they tend to convince you so much that skill is not important. Don't do graduation, don't do MBA, join us and sell this product, and you guys will make millions and millions and trillions of dollars in India, right? You have some level one marketer, some level two marketer, right? All these kinds of multi-marketing schemes. Avoid such schemes. The person who is sitting at the top of these multi-marketing schemes, they tend to make the profit and tend to make the return. But once they get the maximum benefit, they tend to run away and leave the market. And the people who are beneath, they just suffer. Very common things. And that is being done with the youth, those 18 years youth, like what the college going people, because the major drawback these people have is to make quick money. And quick money is something which might not be really good. जल्दी पैसा बनाने के चक्कर में दे जॉइन सब स्कीम, दे जॉइन सब सेमिनार्स, वो बोलते हैं कि तुम दो को लेके आओ, जब दो आएंगे दो चार को लेके आएंगे. All these schemes are such a scam. So stay away from all these pyramid schemes or multi-level marketing schemes, like which are by different names. So it is illegal in India, but it's still being run by different names, right? So stay away from that. Stay away from those Telegram and WhatsApp communities, from all those people who say, join our courses and become rich. Because if you are joining my courses or if you are joining any of the people's courses in the market, the main thing would be to impart knowledge. It shouldn't be that if you join this course, You'll be able to afford a BMW SUV. You shall be able to afford a 5 BHK, 6 BHK luxury apartment. No. All those influencers were saying join our courses while driving a Lamborghini, while having a very, very great background behind them, and they say कि हम अपने आई वुड से लिविंग रूम के सोफे पर कंफर्टेबली बैठे हैं क्योंकि हमने सही टाइम पे कोर्स ज्वाइन कर लिया. स्टे अवे फ्रॉम दोज पीपल. Nowadays, there are multiple ads being run online via the YouTube Shorts, while you play a video via the YouTube ads, Instagram Reels, right? They tend to say that do you mind telling us that where do you work and what is your salary? The person replies, like he or she replies, I work in XYZ company and my salary is 40 lakh per annum. And the second person, like who's asking the question, says, oh shit, really? 40 lakhs per annum? Is this your salary? The person says, yes, of course, yes. Then the person asks, Ki, how did you earn this 40 lakh rupees? Or what shall you recommend to the other people to earn this 40 lakh rupees per annum? She says, I've not mastered like any of the skills, or I've not paid like tons and tons of money, right, to acquire certain skills. I'm a chat GPT and expert. I'm a chat GPT and AI expert. I've not spent crores and lakhs of rupees to get the skill. Join this webinar at just 9 rupees or 99 rupees, right? And you will get everything. They clearly show to the youth कि आप 9 रुपए में 99 रुपीज में ये वेबिनार ज्वाइन करोगे and once you come out of this webinar you'll have a package of 40 lakh rupees. If someone is guaranteeing you that in the market, go for that. But I can bet you, not even a single person will guarantee you that. 999 rupees or maybe 9 rupees of free of cost also. You can join my LinkedIn workshop. I'll tell you that how to get a job. If you can really tell us how to get a job, then why not help us getting a job? People are ready to pay you in the market to get placed in such corporates like JP Morgan, Morgan Stanley, Motilal Oswal, Parag Parag type of companies. आप पैसे लो and placement लगाओ. But you have to make us join in the webinar, out of which you learn really very less. So that is something you need to understand कि किनसे दूर रहना है, किनसे दूर नहीं रहना. The multiple people on the social media platforms telling you that how to clear CFA level 1, 2, 3. And these are those guys who are just CFA level 1 candidate, who have not even given CFA level 1. The multiple people on social media platforms who tend to tell you how to build up a career into investment research, investment banking, financial modeling, valuation. They're 12th pass students. I'm not trying to demean anybody, but until and unless you don't have that experience to show on a social media profile, how can you have that credibility? How will people trust you? Don't just do a skill just because your friend is doing it. Because nowadays I see multiple people doing a CFA, right? Because your friend is doing. If you tend to go on LinkedIn, you see for every finance professional, CFA level 1 candidate in their highlight. Whether they give CFA level 1 or not anytime in their future, like whether they pass or fail, they have the CFA level 1 candidate. In the future, this market of CFA will tend to become so much saturated and penetrated, it shall be difficult for the people to pick up the correct CFAs. And even the CFA degree might not work in that way, right? So that is something we need to understand, having the skills conceptually and staying away from such kind of people. जिनको experience नहीं है, but they say that do this and you will get that. Not to do. Then nowadays, the people talking about options trading via AI's algorithm. There are multiple people of 20 years of age or like 22 years of age. I'm not trying to demean, the person might have multiple knowledge, but he's saying I made crores and crores of profit by simply using this AI and joined my workshop. Many of the people tend to fake their profits on Zerodha and all. It's a time of AI, you can just fake your profits. Zero है तुम zero को 1000 बना दोगे and that will be shown as a multiple screenshots. You have no way to verify it because no person shall be sharing his trading P&L on a live Zoom call. खुद से मैं भी नहीं करूंगा obviously, right? So that is one thing we need to understand. If that person is saying you AI will make you profitable trades, right? It might be, but you need to see the genuineness of the person. Actually है या नहीं, उसने खुद से बनाया या नहीं बनाया trades. What is his background? So all these things you need to understand and need to be practical in the real world. There are a few of the things I would insist or I would request everyone to be much more vigilant about in this year of 2025 and beyond. And that will really solidify your career, make you much more confident, make you much more aware about all these things like which are happening in the market. So always keep your eyes and ears open and try to understand things practically, the pros and cons of everything, and take the right decision for yourself. I wish you a very happy new year. May this 2025 bring a lot of success, prosperity, happiness, luck, money, fortune, and good relations in your life. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Happy New Year.